Greetings, my friends. I'm Gilles Monsio. I'm trying to be constant in bringing always good messages for the past few years. I've been doing it almost every day. I'm trying to be constant in the frequency and the vibration of my messages, and we're all searching. We've been promised this new world, this new life, this renaissance, this golden age, this point of freedom, and it is coming because we know that God always keeps His promises. But there are days, some days that not giving up is just not losing the eye, keeping the eye on the ball, keeping our hope activated, is really an act of heroism. It is courage. It is like this morning I woke up. It was really heavy, really hard. And sometimes it's the best we can do is just stay hopeful in relationship to what we know is coming, because it has been revealed from the heart. But it is like waiting for the rain to come. It's like there's nothing we can do except for the waiting for the rain to come. It's not like in 3D where we can take a hammer and destroy the door so they can we can pass through the door. We knock and we have to wait for the door to open. So, but that's a matter of how we work. And some people say, well, go for it. But it's like, go for it. It's like if I have to cross an ocean, I have to try to find a way to get a boat and a skipper, rather than just go swim and just say, well, maybe I'm going to meet a boat along the way. I'm just going to swim across the ocean, hoping that the boat is going to pick me up. It's like, of course, the faith can work, but it has to be 100%. I'm not really sure I'm ready to go across the ocean swimming, trusting that there will be a boat to pick me up. Yet it can happen. So it is good to sometimes to have faith and to go for it. Well, it's very important to stay centered, to stay attuned to our own light, our inner guidance, and enjoying what we already have. For me, I have my health; it's already wonderful, and I have a roof, and and I mean, I don't have much else, but it's like we're always seeking new meaning and new values. Values are being felt, and meanings are being understood. So those things are revealing through time. It is our I am presence that reveal both meaning and value in relationship to the choice we make, in relationship to how we deal with whatever comes up in our consciousness. We don't have the choice of what comes up, but we have the choice on how we respond to it. So we're still getting more wisdom as time goes on, and really adapting to the best possibility. For me, it's like to my present circumstances and staying focused on my goals. Um, and I have to trust the timing of God. Up there, Spirit has confirmed to me that the timing of God is always perfect. Although infinite perfection is always, God is the only one that sees infinite perfection in all things and all states at all times. For everybody else, there are things we need to work on. Maybe I'll come back to that and discuss the various level that has been perceived by Spirit in relationship to perfection and imperfection in the universe. But God is the one that sees infinite perfections at all time. Because if He doesn't want if you want something to change, you just have to think it, and things change. God is limited only by volition, and He's the only true power in the universe. That is my faith that is telling me that. So, but we do have to trust. It is really a big test of trust and faith and courage that we are going through right now. I'm going to pull one card. It's a new life. The new life has been announced, but sometimes when you're really hungry, and you're watching a menu in the restaurant, to see the menu is not the same thing as eating the meal. So that right now is the announce, the oracles, the guidance. Is all about the announce. But now we're really eager to see how it anchors in matter. So it's like, because, and so I thank you very much. Also, not to forget to subscribe, to like, to comment if you have any ideas, or respond thoughts about those things. And thank you for sharing. I thank you for your donations if you can. It's really helping me tremendously right now. And if you want a private consultation, I'm always happy to help. So if you, it's very important to be neutral and to be flexible, but we always have to make a clear choice to be aligned with the light. And when we feel weak, we can always turn to our guidance, to our guides, to the galactic collective, the celestial collective, the company of heaven, they're always there to reinforce our energy. But we need to have a position very clear that we're always on the side of light. We're always on the timeline of ascension. We cannot accept things that are unacceptable because they come from the matrix. For we all came here into this reality, for those who believe in eternal life, that we've had many incarnations on this planet and many others. For we all come in to be born with a certain soul baggages and energies and talents from past life. It's all with certain frequencies. And so that is something that is unique to us, because we have a unique history, a unique origin, a unique history, and a unique destiny. And so then we were given a range of choice, and we chose a family in a country, in a culture, in a social strata, at a certain time. We chose that family for a very specific reason, because that's where we could have learned the lesson we needed to learn and have the experiences that we needed to have. And then there is our soul plan, the energies of our soul, our super consciousness that is creating the events of our life each and every day in connection and relationship to the source, the creator, and in coordination with all other souls. And another thing that condition who we are also in this lifetime is our astrology, our natal astrology. When we were born, we were imprinted with celestial energy. And so this is just the filters of our consciousness. We chose that one moment in time because that was the time. And like the ascendant is how you see the world and how the world sees you. The sun is the power of your solar flame. The moon is all your emotions. The Venus is how your likes and dislikes. Mars is your willpower. Jupiter is your expansion. Saturn is your responsibility. The North Node is where you're going. The South Node is where you come from. The Neptune is the world of dream. Uranus is the awakener. Pluto is the lord of transformations. Mercury is the messenger of the sun, the mind. So all of those, when we were born, we had a certain solar natal chart, and that is very important to understand, because that condition all of our response in relationship to this life. And the more planets we have in a constellation, we need to learn the whole zodiac and the whole 12 aspect of consciousness. The more planets we have in a constellation, the more strengths we have. And then there is certain places where we avoid. There's very few people that have planets in all constellations. When I investigated, Leonardo da Vinci had planets in all systems. It was very kind of interesting, because I did those portraits with the astrology of the painters behind each painters with his own astrology. So when we have lack void within our charts, we have a tendency to attract people in our life that fill those voids, so we can learn from them and they can complement us. Because there is no need for hierarchy in the soul group or soul families. Where everybody is complementary, everybody brings a unique frequency, and everybody attributes, and everybody complements the groups. So it is right now. We need to get together with our soul group, soul family. Small groups are more powerful than large groups. If with 4, 5, 6 people, you probably will achieve more and have more fun and enjoyment than with 50 or 70 people. Where there's going to be more. So it's more efficient to work by small groups. Right now, I have all my memories from these incarnations that come flashback into my mind, and I'm saying from a point of wisdom, I cannot help but to realize I've made many mistakes, but there is no way to just learn from that and know that I did the best I could given the situation. So. For now, I'm really eager to have a home of my own, a house where I can live and work, able to receive and share creative activity. That's really my priority. But because right now I need to make a sale, otherwise I have to stop paintings. I'm going to show some art, but I have no more art supply, and so I have no more papers to draw. So, but I did 669 paintings this year, which is a lot. Only 25 on canvas, but everything else on paper. But still, it's a whole collection of art, and I'm really happy I could do that here. So although I have I'll have a roof over my head. I'm eating sandwich. I cannot eat anything else but sandwiches, and I have clear water to drink. So I'm not complaining, but I'm really eager to get a house and to be able to change my diet, eat normally, correctly. But I do feel a lot more vitality. Then I don't know how you feel, but then a few months ago, I realized when I go on long walks, it's like a lot easier than it used to be a few months ago. So there is a revitalization. Because when I was young, I was dreaming to have a Ferrari, which I still love, beautiful things. But now I'm just dreaming to have a studio. That's my dream, to have a studio where I can live and work and receive. And spirit keep telling me that I'm free, that I've been paid, so I'm wondering if it's a future self or a parallel self that is free, happy, and rich. Say, well, it's like maybe so it's is it a parallel life, a parallel self? So it's. But I can say I'm not complaining. I have a roof. I'm eating every day, and I have water to drink. So it could be a lot worse. But sometimes I feel like if it's a parallel self, maybe this parallel self sending a message to try to help me out here, because if you have it all, I don't really. I'm not. I'm doing my best given the circumstances, but it's really annoying. It's really hard to keep a frequency high when you're challenged with survival energies to an extreme level. Which I'm not trained. I wasn't born in poverty. I'm not trained to live like that. So it's really challenging. But I've been doing that for past 4 years. So it's not that I'm used to it, where people get used to anything, but I'm much more comfortable in a comfortable surrounding. So I pray that this is coming, that it is just a future event that will soon be coming to me. But we're still searching for the balance between the limitation of the physical world and our Earth's life, and the unlimited freedom and abundance and creativity of our divine I am presence. So it's to find joy of life again. That was a promise that God made, and hopefully that will be coming, to return to a good life, to a life where we can find joy rather than frustration. Well, we still doing the best, still keeping our energy up, given the circumstances. So I shouldn't complain. I'm not complaining. I'm just eager to see those announces that Spirit has been making me. Seeing them realized, even in small ways. For Spirit is announcing me something big, but even in small ways, it's still really wonderful. If I can sell one or two paintings, I'll feel okay. I'll be able to eat normally again. I'll be able to buy some art supplies and so on. But for now, it's just I can always fast. That's okay if it's part of the process. So I thought I showed those last paintings. I don't have any more papers. Very few paint left, but so those is I'm almost done on paper with those series of abstract paintings. Although I can make some more. I'm still, as soon as I have a studio, I'm still going to make about 50 or 100 large canvases with this series, and then probably go back to all kinds of very different kind of paintings. But this is a whole collection. It's an archive. And as an artist, it's like the more you make, the better it is. Of course, its quality is more important than quantity, but so I was going to rework on some of those, but then when I look at it, and there's all kinds of little stories. If I touch anything, it's going to completely change the whole thing. So I'm going to have to learn to let them be, and so I thought I come and say hello. I'm sorry, well, I'm not sorry, but I'm just dealing with the energies that I have today. It's like the guidance is still very positive. This divine I am, all my guidance, everybody's liberated, and I'm free, I'm happy, I'm rich, and everything. I'm still have to deal. I got to get some bread today so I can eat something, and I'll do away with coffee. That's okay. I can't paint because so it's like all those limitations. I have to remove that from my mind and start creating on another plane, maybe. Or And the card of the day is leadership. The best leaders are those who know how to serve. Serving, the more you can serve, before we ask to lead, we have to learn to serve. But we have to be the leader of our energy and consciousness. The higher wisdom is trust. I am in trust. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm a bit cynical, but because we do want to, I feel like we plainly deserve freedom and a good life. Huh? It's just these times in this matrix is like, well, some people were born rich, and no matter what happened, they're going to be taken care of. Huh? But unless you have a pact, you have put a stash of money aside, and you have all those reserve, and even then it has to flow, because there is a very great deal of changing energy. So it's all, everybody has to find a balance right now between giving and receiving and sharing. So trust is a leap of faith. I'm going to trust. What we need to understand is the truth. I am that I am, the truth of the one. What we need to do is to focus. I'm focusing on my freedom and on my guidance, on my liberation, on my joy, on my studio. I've seen myself swimming in my vision, so it's like, oh, that's going to be really nice to be in water. And the outcome is community. It's going to be very important, community. We're part of the human community, but we're going to form smaller communities. We can't. We want to be all inclusive, but right now we have to go with frequency, and we have to attract the right people to start forming small communities and enlarge it as time goes on, for those who respond to the same frequency, who feel there's a natural feeling of complementarity and compatibility. So I hope you're having a good day. I just wanted to come and say hello, and I thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.